over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
On the back of the announcement of the celebration of football, NPLSA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, which will see 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with NPLSA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given a professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City. Sound check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Welcome to Adelaide City Park for round 21 of the RAA National Premier League South Australia. It's the second to last round of this competition with plenty to play for both Adelaide City and Adelaide United Youth, the visitors. For Adelaide City, they're currently sitting in 4th spot on the ladder. A win this afternoon will give them the chance to climb as high as 2nd on the ladder. That's if results do go their way. But if they lose to their visitors, that'll give their opponents a chance to overtake them and claim that 2nd spot. Again, if results do go their way. And of course, wins for these teams will ensure a little bit of security in their top 6 positions. It's Adelaide City versus Adelaide United. Let's go through the two teams' lineups. Starting with Adelaide City. Just one change in their lineup from last week against Campbelltown. John Hall, keeper again. Lewis Killo, Noah Smith, Daniel Brissan, Yared Abatu. Matthew Dorber returns to the side. Nicholas Bucco, long-term servant of this club and captain, wearing the number 10. Bruce Kamau, Juan Gutierrez, Luis Laurie Latanzio, and Patrick Carachia. The bench made up of Nicholas Franchisi, Vian Kirikwamana, Luca Ullman, Dayan Kafuta, George Zacharias, and Oliver Weston. Giuseppe Baldino currently serving a suspension. And the starting lineup for Adelaide United, who've come in with 2 changes this afternoon. Max Vatuli wearing the number 13 in goals, also the captain this Arvo. Luka Blazovic, Alex Battistella, Frank Busasa, Bailey O'Neill, Harry Crawford, Vinko Stanisic, Amlani Tatu, Sajad Nasiri, Maluel Nicola, and Faizu Kasimovic make up the starting 11. And on the bench for the Young Reds, Ali Matsashami, Jerome Scarfo, Cameron Harris, Hugo Ng, Giorgio Pajas, and Mohammed Hassan. The officials, our referee Christian Vidicchio, Nick Elligan, and Alexander Diamond. Teams are making their way onto the field at the moment, so looks like kickoff will only be delayed by a minute or two. Of course, this round's already well underway with the Wednesday night game that saw the top 2 sides go at it. Metro Stars prevailing with a big 4-0 win, showing why they're kings of the hill in the RAA National Premier League South Australia for this season. Of course, they've already stitched up that spot, so that first game Wednesday night, 4-0 win to the league leaders and already the league winners. Last night, Raiders' campaign for this season went from bad to worse, and in fact, they've already sealed their fate. And the fact that they will be relegated with their 3-1 loss at home against Campbelltown. This is the first kickoff for this afternoon, with Playford City and Modbury kicking off at 3, as is West Torrens, Bacalla and Adelaide Comets at Jack Smith Park. And FK Beergrad will face Para Hills with a 5 o'clock kickoff this afternoon. Of course, you can catch all the action at FSA Leagues on YouTube. Of course, we thank RAA, proud naming rights partner of the RAA National Premier League South Australia, and of course, proud supporter of Football South Australia. And if you love the game, why not study it? Flinders Uni now offers degrees in sport, teaching, psychology, social work and more at its new city campus. You can apply now for mid-year entry. Christian Vidicchio has a small helper with him to do the coin toss. The 2 captains in the centre, Nicholas Bucco, Max Vartuli. As the 2 teams switch sides, so Adelaide City, our home team for this afternoon, will kick towards the left of the screen. Frank Pisasa lining up alongside Amlani Tatu and Alex Battistella. The front 3 for Adelaide United, the Young Reds. In terms of form, that favours Adelaide City. They've won the last two on the trot. Of course, that 1-0 win against Campbelltown last week. And the week before, a big win, 5-1 against Para Hills. But for Adelaide United, the Young Reds, it's been a little bit up and down as of late. A draw last week, 3-3 against Playford City, and that was a dramatic one with some late goals that meant they only went away with 1 point from the game. And a noteworthy in for Adelaide City this afternoon, and that is Matthew Dorber coming back into the side. He appeared during round 18, but his last start was back in round 16. So first time back since they last faced the Jets for Adelaide City, and we're underway. Matthew Dorber's got the new hairstyle, at least since the last time I've seen him. Hard to miss in the bright orange boots and the blonde hairdo. 2 goals scored for him, and wouldn't he love to add to that tally, seeing as he's now back in the side. Of course, Lewis Laurie Latanzio with 10 goals to his name during this RA8 National Premier League South Australia campaign. The top scorer. Yuki Katano is one of the players that's out for Adelaide City on 6, the second highest goal scorer. And an early free kick will go the way of Adelaide City. It's in a good position for them. Looks like the captain, Nicholas Bucco, will take the reins on this one. Just far enough outside the 18-yard box, he should be able to make it dip over the wall and sneak its way in. And he's got the widest possible angle at the goals here. What can they do? Noah Smith alongside. Will it come off the right boot of Bucco or the left of Noah Smith? Or will they show us something that they've been drilling in training? And Smith just sends it straight into the wall, but not out of danger yet. Adelaide United. The City did manage to get another crack at it. Well wide in the end, but Christian Vidicchio's tending to an Adelaide City player that's on the floor, and it's Matthew Dorber. He's on his feet, maybe just copped a little bit of a knock. He's looked a little bit sorry for himself for a second, but he will continue. Of course, Adelaide City's Women's National Premier League SA side, the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League SA's bottom finisher, Adelaide City, played last night. It was their last round of the season. Unfortunately, it was a loss to cap off a season where they already knew that they were going to be relegated down to the Apex Steel Women's State League. So at one side of the ledger, Adelaide City with, I guess, some regrouping to do us ahead of next season, but Adelaide City's senior men's side in a very good position at the moment, but so are Adelaide United, so it should be an interesting one. Recalled for throw-in. Noah Smith to Abitu. Kilo. Doesn't quite make it as far as the long option in Lewis Laurie Latanzio. Top goal scorer for Adelaide City. City just putting plenty of pressure on Adelaide United as they try to clear. Here's a chance for the Young Reds to counter though. Battistella's calling for it. He's got Basase in the middle, but they opt to have a crack from well outside. Bally O'Neill fancied his chances and it was probably about 30 yards out in the end. Only goes out for a John Hall goal kick. John Hall, the big and experienced keeper who came back to Adelaide City for this season. It's a bit of an interesting stylistic matchup, this one, because Adelaide City, known for their physicality, their toughness. Adelaide United, the Young Reds, known for their slick ball movement as they spill that. Dorber with a chance here. And initially struck well off the left boot, but Max Vartuli had that goal face covered and puts it away. This will be a chance for Adelaide City to create something from the corner. Noah Smith will take it. We'll likely see a left-footed in-swinger here from him. It'll be interesting to observe here just who's got the height advantage between the Young Reds and Adelaide City. They've got some tall players, United. Tall ball. Nicola was the one who got to it first, but not out of danger as of yet. It's 5 minutes on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. As City get ready for another corner. Bucco. Well, I thought he was leaving it, but he has no choice but to leave it because it'll be an Adelaide United goal kick. And apologies in advance for if I get Adelaide United and Adelaide City mixed up in terms of names, because it's a little bit too similar. Maybe we'll go with the Young Reds and Adelaide City. Did well to win possession, Adelaide City, but it's called back. Looks like Patrick Carrichia was the one that got that knock. All seems well though, but they have got another free kick. This time it's probably a little bit too far out. Looks like Bucco will take it once again. "35 years of age, unless he's had a birthday since I last updated these notes, but at 1990 baby. Tries from range and rewarded for it. Screamer from Bucco to get us off the mark just 8 minutes in. Backed himself in with it, and what a start this is for Adelaide City. Just having a look at the replay, it did go through a little bit of traffic on the way in, but I don't believe it took a deflection. Great start from Adelaide City at home to put a little bit of pressure on the Young Reds. Just to rehash an earlier point, Croydon with the loss to Metro Stars midweek, which is still part of this round. They're currently sitting on 35 points. Adelaide City currently on 33, so they can leapfrog the team currently in second with a win. And also it'll keep Adelaide United at bay because they're currently sitting one spot behind them. And it's amazing what a little bit of confidence can do. Adelaide City trying from range once again, but on that occasion, easily dealt with by Max Vartuli. I believe that one came off their leading goal scorer, Laurie Latanzio. Here's Dorber. Manages to keep possession. Little flick from Latanzio. And another moment of danger for the Young Reds. That one coming off Daniel Brissan, thanks to some service that I believe came from Dorber. Another goal kick for the Young Reds. So 1-0 already in the first 10 minutes, thanks to Adelaide City's captain, Nicholas Bucco, showing exactly why he's been such a long-term leader of this club, leading from the front. Whistle goes as Dorber came in for a stiff slide. A little bit of frustration between a couple of the Adelaide City players just as the choice to go in for the sliding tackle. Captain Nick Bucco's not letting him off the hook for that one. He's got plenty to say about it. I believe it's Nicola that's getting the attention now. He's looking in a great deal of discomfort. Hopefully the magic spray might help. A couple of the young red players just going over to assist and maybe also offer a little bit of feedback to Christian Vidicchio as well. Vinko Stanisic is alongside his teammate to support as Manuel Nicola is back on his feet. Both teams just have to refocus now with a little bit of a break in the action. Dorber applying a little bit of pressure to Max Vartuli. Battistella under some pressure from Abatu. Look up. Blazovic breaking through to try to gain some ground. Nicola's still getting some treatment. He's got the jacket on him at the moment, so just trying to keep warm. Doesn't look like the young Reds are preparing a sub. So, in fact, Nicola's made his way back to the sideline to come back on. So, as soon as they get the chance, they'll get their 11th men back, the young Reds. Bruce come out. It's asserting a little bit of physicality on the young Reds. It's interesting, even though Adelaide United have the younger, I guess, average age of the players, they don't necessarily look outstatured by their opponents. But we always know Adelaide City game. None more so than the man that's in a little bit of discomfort at the moment, Nicholas Bucco. And the yellow card was shown to Sajjad Nasiri. I believed it was him, but the screen's now telling me it was Kasimovic. So I'll see if I can get a little bit more information around that on the replay. Pretty sure that was the number 77 in Sajad Nasiri. Not quite sure how that challenge resulted in that. Might have been a step on the foot or something. It's just a little bit too hard to see from this angle. $14 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. The Adelaide City captain still in a little bit of discomfort, but the way he's limping, you get the feeling that it was probably just a little bit of an impact. That he can walk off, and hopefully the pain will fade over the next couple of minutes for him. The pace of this game's slowed a little bit after a couple of tough tackles. And we're only about 10 minutes away from kickoff in the other fixtures of the RAA National Premier League South Australia for this afternoon. Playford City Patriots hosting Modbury Jets, West Torrens Bacalla hosting Adelaide Comets, and FK Beergrad hosting Para Hills. Just again to recap on last night, a loss for Adelaide Croatia Raiders means they will be relegated. But Para Hills and Modbury still have a fight on their hands, so it'll be interesting to watch those results this afternoon play out. Of course, we are in the second to last round of this season. So if Para Hills get a win and Modbury do not, Para Hills can consider themselves out of the danger zone. If Modbury get a win and Para Hills don't, then that fight is very much still on. Bit of a call for a free kick from Adelaide City bench and support. Not to be. Nicola. Slick with his feet, but he's bumped off the ball by Karachir. Amlani Tatu just struggles to get under control as Karachir continues. Vas Parhas with plenty to say to Christian Vidicchio, and Vidicchio just reminding him who's in charge of this game. Nicholas Bucco still looks in a little bit of pain on his foot. I wonder if it's some discomfort at that, or perhaps just it's affected the way his boot's fitting him at the moment. Not too sure, but it'll be interesting to watch that as this game progresses. Frank Basasa now gives away the free kick. One for Kilo. Stanisic battling with Dorba. Kamau. Two red shirts around him. Does go over for another goal kick. Still in with a chance here. Blazovic, he's got an option in Amlani Tatu. Looks like he will just keep it in. Crosses on. Basasa went to ground in the 18-yard boxes. Battistella still battles. They've still got it, the Young Reds. Basasa, I believe that copped a little deflection and just went skyward. As John Hall clears. Nicola gets ahead to it against Bruce Kamau. Some calls from Adelaide City telling United to kick it out. I believe that maybe because Nicholas Bucco's on the ground, and it looks like he's taking off his boot. That same foot looks to still be bothering him. The ball is out now, so not sure if Bucco will get some attention. In fact, it looks like he won't, because Adelaide City are readying a substitution. It's Vian Kurkwamana that is getting ready to come on. And there's a bit of a curveball for Adelaide City. 20th minute, their captain, Bucco, coming off due to that issue with his foot. He tried to run it off for around 5 or 10 minutes, but wasn't able to do it. And you've got to wonder, is there maybe a bit of a more serious issue that's caused? Bucco's consulting with his coach at the moment, Vaspaias. So again, we can confirm Vian Kurkwamana on in the 21st as Adelaide City captain Bucco makes way. Well, Adelaide City will be grateful for that early goal that Bucco managed to get for them. Despite the early exit, he can say that he's added to the score sheet and put City in a pretty good position, but always a task when they're without their captain. Of course, Bucco was missing for a period of the season. I believe it was due to travel, so he did miss, I think, 4 or 5 rounds already, so they are able to play without their captain, but he's certainly a big presence. As the young Reds seem to be just getting a little bit of momentum now. The second time they've come forward, and that ball didn't quite make its way as far as Mlani Tatu. Thanks to the defensive header. Adelaide City trying to be optimistic there to find a target up front, but picked up by the players in red. Ksumovic. Stanisic taking his time. Nicola. Busasa gets a little bit of help to the ground by Karachia. They win a free kick, and it's interesting when the players are just below the commentary position that you can sort of hear their interactions. Vinko Stanisic was just urging the young Reds to get on with it in that occasion. Possibly looking to make the most of the momentum that they seem to just be building at the moment. Smith to Kurkwamana. Karachia battling as always. Number 2 plays it back to the keeper in John Hall. Dorber gets ahead to it, and there's a bit of a path ahead. Unfortunately, flag is up. Bruce Kamau. He had some green grass in front of him. Looked like he was perhaps just a little bit overeager to get to it. Lazovic doing well. Didn't manage to get that ball to Battistella, though, who seemed to be the intended target. Dorber just with a little flick onto find Kamau. Now he'll flick it forward, and he should be onside. Laurie Latanzio unsuccessful, and the young Reds look to counter. They don't manage to get it out of their half, though. Kurkwamana assessing his options. Kamau again feels the force of Nicola. Another chance here, Noah Smith, but the whistle goes. Looks like Christian Vidicchio took issue with that challenge, and be an Adelaide United free kick. big, tall Vinko Stanisic, who joined the Young Reds after playing with Adelaide Olympic last year. Mentioned earlier just the physical presence of some of these Adelaide United youth team players, and Stanisic is certainly one of the examples of that. Another free kick for Adelaide United. Blazovic, favoured option in the middle. .26th minute on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Bit of a mixed bag so far this half. We saw the start of the game favouring Adelaide City, but Adelaide United wrestling back a little bit of momentum, but it seems like Adelaide City are dialing up the intensity a little bit now. Of course, Adelaide City had that early goal thanks to their captain in Nicholas Bucco. And in an interesting turn of events, Bucco coming off in the 22nd minute due to that foot complaint as a result of a challenge. Only took 8 minutes for Bucco to score. Well won by Adelaide City. Kirikumana. Picked out Laurie Latanzio on the middle and he launches it. Maybe a little bit panicked in hindsight. Well high in the end for the top goal scorer for Adelaide City at this point, Laurie Latanzio. Carachia manages to win it on the 18-yard box, and nice opportunistic shot from Kamau. Ends up going over the crossbar thanks to that deflection from Max Vartuli. We'll get another shot and an opportunity here. Adelaide City with this corner kick. And we should be underway or very close to it at Playford City versus Modbury Jets and Jack Smith Park for West Torrens Bacalla as well. But meanwhile, Adelaide United had a corner to deal with, and they do so. A little bit overzealous with that challenge, United, and it'll be another City free kick. Opt to take it quickly, but Christian Vidicchio calls it back. In just a moment, we'll touch on those other games happening this afternoon. West Torrens Bacalla and Adelaide Comets and Playford City and Modbury. We'll revisit that shortly in terms of their ladder implications once we let this free kick play out. Laurie Latanzio and Noah Smith. The right boot of Nicholas Bucco would usually be handy in these sorts of occasions, as it was from the spot earlier this game. Not out of danger for the Young Reds, but here's a chance for them on the counter-attack. Mlani Tatu always has some fancy footwork, but not effective on that occasion. They do win another free kick, though. Crawford. He's got Battistella as an option, but he's got black and white shirts around him, so Crawford elects to drive it up the wing himself, and he's dispossessed. Somehow United keep possession, and Crawford and Battistella just battling. Throwing from an advanced position, and Maluel Nicola will come back to assist with that. Blazovic playing it back to Stanisic. That ball in initially looked good, but sort of landed in no man's land in between Blazovic and Battistella. Kamau trying to receive that one in a well-advanced position. Doesn't get there, though, and meanwhile there's a clash between Kusumovic and Dorba that results in another Adelaide City free kick. In fact, it's not a free kick, just a throw-in. Kilo. Adelaide United just trying to slow things down and dictate the pace of this game, but Adelaide City seem to thrive in frantic situations. Karachia just gives it enough to pass it on to Noah Smith, but he's cut off. Kamau, Laurie Latanzio, Abitu picks out Kamau. Nice little ball to Smith again, and Brissan may be on here. He had no one to receive, so had no choice but to flick it goalward, but no issue for this afternoon's captain for the Young Reds, Max Vartuli. Tatu will run onto this, but at full stretch somehow manages to keep it in. Plays it back. Frank Busasa seems to be in a great deal of pain. He initially appealed for a penalty. Whatever happened there, he's in a great deal of discomfort at the moment. Looks like he only got a little nudge in the back, so I wonder what that was a result of. He was coming in full steam trying to get into the 18-yard box. Maybe a little bit of foot contact, but hard to tell from the replay. Looked fairly innocuous, and Christian Vidicchio didn't see it worthy as a penalty, but regardless. And now a bit of an extended break as one of the Young Reds players receives a little bit of treatment. Elvis Markov taking a bit of an opportunity to give some instructions, as is Vaspar has at his bench. Bruce Kamau and Maluel Nicola both receiving some directions. Nicola's just passing that on to his team now. Both sides look to be taking advantage of a quick drinks break at 34 minutes on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Train is still on the field with Frank Busasa. You could hear him from the commentary position yelling out when he did go to ground, and this isn't good. Stretches coming out. Never a good sign when the players are unable to exit the pitch on their own accord. We saw the stretcher come out for one of the Adelaide City women's seniors last week at Campbelltown, and the unfortunate news during the week was that she injured her ACL. It always seems like the worst case scenario for a footballer. As Frank Basasa comes off, you do wonder, particularly given the initial reaction when he went down, you wonder if that's the sort of outcome that he's fearing. Meanwhile, in front of us, Adelaide United are getting ready with a substitution. So at 36 minutes, we can confirm that Frank Basasa is off. So both teams, one player down within the first half. Ali Montashami putting on his number 46 shirt will come on. Get some final instructions from Elvis Markov. Played 21 times this year, but just 13 starts for Ali Montashami. 17-year-old Afghan national for the Young Reds. Bit of a moment of panic here for Adelaide United, and Laurie Latunzio applying a bit of pressure to Vinko Stanisic. Laurie Latunzio just holding up play there to make sure the Young Reds weren't able to take that free too quickly. Nikola plays it back to Blazovic. Finds Stanisic in the middle. Dorba just stalking him. Well done by Noah Smith to intercept, and slips that ball in the middle to Dorba. 38th minute. Matthew Dorba strikes in his return. Much to the delight of this home Adelaide City crowd. 2 goals up for Adelaide City, and won't they be excited that they've got a bit of a buffer now, particularly with the early exit of their captain. Again, going back to the best case scenario for Adelaide City from this game, a win will mean they climb the ladder. 3 points will put them second, at least for a short little bit of time. FK Beograd will kick off at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and if they get a win, they'll manage to maybe knock them off with a win. But again, that win means Adelaide City can claim second spot on the ladder, which will be huge. Meanwhile, for Adelaide United, with Campbelltown City and Playford both on their heels, they'll be chasing to reduce this deficit and maybe put themselves in front in the second half as Vinko Stanisic goes in Christian Vidicchio's book. Elvis Markov trying to wheel on his young Reds. As Yared Abatu ready for this free kick. It's long threatening ball in, but Stanisic flies back in. Kamau got a little flick on it, but just goes straight to the hands of Max Vartuli. Adelaide City seem to have the afterburners on it now. With that little spring in their step following their last goal. And the intensity seems to have lifted here as well. Noah Smith heads that just over. Just reviewing the replay. It was a great little cross that Dorber slid in to get to, and it was just out of reach for Max Vartuli. .41 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Round 20 in the RAA National Premier League, South Australia. Playford City Patriots hosting Modbury Jets, and West Torrens Bacalla hosting Adelaide Comets at Jack Smith Park elsewhere this afternoon in this league. Another corner for Adelaide City. I'll be interested to see these stats at halftime. How many have been given to City? I suspect we're probably over half a dozen already. Going to be Daniel Brisson, who doesn't seem like he's in a great deal of a hurry at the moment. Adelaide City gladly just wait out the minutes until half-time. Then, of course, go out for the second half with that big 2-0 advantage. Laurie Latunzio just got called out for some shenanigans from Christian Vidicchio. Just snuck in a little extra touch of that ball to make sure the young Reds weren't able to play on too quickly. And it looks like from Christian Vidicchio's body language, that's his final warning. Further exchanges between Parhas and Vidicchio. Blazovic put under some pressure by both of the Adelaide City players. Dorber and Kirkwamana. As I said earlier, United's strength being that fluid ball movement. Adelaide City, it's the way they can thrive in moments of chaos. So just trying to make sure that the young opponents are feeling their pressure. And there's Laurie Latunzio's yellow card. 44th minute. Adelaide City's number 25 goes into the book. Kilo sends it long. Noah Smith got some airtime to try to get to it. Now the Reds will try and get this out of danger, but Dorber's continuing to apply the pressure. Kurikwamana just tried to touch it past Nasiri, but unsuccessful. Back with another opportunity again, though. Adelaide City. Dorber again flicks it in. Doesn't make it as far as one of the options waiting in the middle for Adelaide City. Kilo showing us his footwork, and that's a misstep. Crawford battling with John Hall. Big mistake there from Kilo. And Vaspajas just voicing his displeasure at it. He had no sense of urgency to try and get rid of that. And in fact, when he played it into John Hall, just missed the fact that the United player, Harry Crawford, was just lurking, ready to win it high. But the young Reds not able to cash in on that opportunity anyway. Stanisic. Kasumovic. To Bally O'Neill, who sends it to Mlani Tatu, but he's not able to do anything with it. Bit of an ambitious to try and get the one for Adelaide City. Crawford. Opts for Blazovic. Crawford looks like he might have been trying to pick out Motoshami. Didn't get there though. Crawford under some pressure from Noah Smith. Blazovic tried to keep it in with that back heel, but not successful. And another chance here for Adelaide City. Bruce Kamau will get to this and manage to keep it in. Looks like it just stayed in. Didn't get directly to Dorber, but Adelaide City were continuing to try to fight it forward. And another little mistake from United there. And they give away a free kick. Nudging 3 minutes in additional time now, and Adelaide City successful in both putting themselves in front but also just implementing their pressure and making the young Reds really feel their presence. Could this be a successful late opportunity here for Adelaide City? Daniel Brissan will send this in off his right boot. No Nicholas Bucco to kick it in from the spot. He's got a tall Yared Abatu as one potential target in the middle. In fact, Abatu just signalling for it with two hands in the air. It's a nice delivery. Ultimately cleared by the young Reds, but not completely out of danger as that's sent in. Sails over the head of Noah Smith, but Smith will pick it up here. Looks like he didn't quite manage to keep it in. Now, nudging 4 minutes of additional time. We did have Frank Busasa stretch it off in the 36th minute, and Nicholas Bucco come off earlier on. And I believe one other instance of one of the young Reds players receiving a little bit of treatment as well, so no surprise. But there is the whistle as Christian Vidicchio puts the first half to a close at Adelaide City Park. Adelaide City will be proud of that first half effort. Adelaide United will go in and reassess how they can just get back control of this game. Simon Jimenez on the call with you today, and we'll catch you in the second half.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
What I'm excited about the most, how we can come together, learn about everybody, because we're not the same, but we're somehow the same.
The community came to government to express their concerns about young people. It is our role to listen and it's our role to act.
There's so many kids wanting to play the game from all walks of life.
African Youth Program was established to help Africans through sport, cultural identity, mentorship.
Having a program that's going to target the African children, given it's their sport of choice, presents a huge opportunity to link participation in football with education, which is a perfect thing.
I think the African Youth Program will be a very inclusive program with different teams, different schools coming to play with us.
It's a very big opportunity to expand skills, knowledge, and in different areas of life.
Most of the kids will grow from this program to be able to become valuable, positive contributors in our society.
A voice to be spoken with and not being scared to show your skills.
This empowerment program has many different aspects to it, and of course sport is one of those, but it's actually really about finding your place in the world.
I think everybody's pushing in the one direction to make sure that we can make a real difference.
It's not just a game, it's a very passionate sport that millions of people around the world love to play. That's what football is.
puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
It's deemed as an Italian club. That's a bit fictitious. They called it Salisbury Internationale because that's what it was. It was full of internationals from all walks of life, and it continues to be that. Obviously we had an Italian background, right, but throughout the 50 years, it's been a big dynamics, and it's still changing, so it's great.
I think it's an exciting opportunity. Obviously the new State League 2 system, got the North and South, and I think the final series is definitely something that we want to be a part of and want to be involved in, so it's definitely an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, when I seen State League 2 North, I was all over it. I don't want to travel at all, so I was all about it. Wife was all about it.
Always been a Northern boy. I'm 30 seconds down the road. Played for this club for 4 years a while ago, and it's just my family as well, been here as well, so it means a lot.
Everyone around the club's been so welcoming. All the people on the committee and around the club were so nice from day one, and same with the players. Got some nice experienced players out here who are really nice and welcoming to some of our younger players, so that's been really nice to have.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
For Skimitsi against Ulash. Still trying to win against Skimitsi. Oh, and a save with the legs from Delangus. A space to run into. Amanda has one in the centre. Does reach him. Needs to find the angle for the hit. And it's a good save by Woodlands. Taking it out for a corner.
Even better save this one than the previous one.
Stem as well. Yeah.
It's hard to.
Oh, Signorello, what a save! He puts a fist behind it and sends it for a corner.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
Round 21 of the RAA National Premier League South Australia. Adelaide City hosting Adelaide United. An eventful first half. 2 goals from the home side. It all started in just the 8th minute, thanks to Nicholas Bucco. Unfortunately for him, though, it was an early finish to today's game. He came off on the 22nd minute. There was a challenge in the lead up to him coming off, and I was trying to digest it with Antonis Pagonis on the sideline at half-time. Looked like it might have been a foot stomp. Initially, it looked like Bucco was going to be able to run it off, but he wasn't in the end. And in fact, it looked like the crutches came out for him on the bench as well at half-time. So, an eventful one for Bucco, but that wasn't the end of the action, with Matthew Dorber hitting the back of the net in the 38th minute to put the home side up 2-0. And a little bit of drama on the injury front for Adelaide City as well, with Frank Basasa going down in the 18-yard box in the 36th minute. And he ended up getting stretched off, and that was another incident that I consulted with my friend Antonis Pagonis on. And he was of the opinion that there was nothing in the challenge, and it looks like it was just a hamstring. And the initial look at the footage, it didn't look like there was much contact, if any, to be honest, but possibly just a result of being fully outstretched in trying to charge towards goal. But so with both teams, one substitution down in the first half, we get things underway at Adelaide City Park. If you love this game, why not study at Flinders University? Now offers degrees in sport, teaching, psychology, social work and more at its new city campus. Apply now for mid-year entry. RAA, proud supporters of Football SA. In other news as well, I was informed during half-time that the game at Jack Smith Park has been delayed by an hour. Don't have any update to give you around the reasoning behind that, but there you go. West Torrens, Bacallan and Adelaide Comets, according to the last little bit of information I've been given, will be a 4 o'clock kickoff. And up at Playford, they're currently all locked up with Modbury Jets 0-0. A Playford 3 points will potentially have an impact on the loser of this game. So the pressure on not only to climb the ladder with that second spot potentially up for grabs, but also just keep some security in that top 6. Young Reds just feeling the pressure, but all of a sudden they've got a bit of a shot from the counter. Bailey O'Neill charging forward, and he still hasn't given it off. Karachir applying the pressure. Nasiri back to Kasumovic. Nicola was gesturing it for it in the middle of the park. Seems to be a little bit more fight about the young Reds so far, but they give up possession. Laurie Latanzio has enough time to assess his options, picks out Noah Smith in the middle. And he manages to find Brissan, but that first touch not quite good enough. Laurie Latanzio looked like just a bit of a frustrated ball forward. I'm sure the message at half-time for the young Reds would have been just to continue to show patience. They struggled to implement their usual play style in the first half due to just how effective Adelaide City were in theirs, just bringing intensity and pressure. There we go. I'm not sure if you caught that on the PA, but a change for Adelaide City. Nicholas Franchisi has come on. And I believe it was Dorber that came off. Dauber, as I said at the start of this broadcast, back in this side. His last start was back in round 16. He put in his shift, got his goal in the 38th minute, and now we'll call it a game. He also managed to pick up a early yellow card. Vaspajas seemingly wants to take no risks, since both from the perspective of Dauber's fitness and also likelihood to pick up a red. Bit of a clash has Amlani Tatu looking the worst off from that, and Vian Kurikumana picking up a card. Looks like Amlani Tatu will just walk it off. Bailey O'Neill will take the free kick. Just upon looking the replay, Kurikumana was straight away trying to make excuses, but he certainly came from behind Amlani Tatu and collected his whole foot on the way to trying to connect with the ball. Just another, I guess, half chance for Adelaide City here. Laurie Latunzio looping it in, but never really looked all too threatening. Batistella goes to ground, and another chance. Laurie Latunzio. We saw him try from distance, sort of with half attempts, but that one absolutely intent on finding the back of the net. Came from outside the 18-yard box. Beat the player, wound up, launched off the right foot, but unfortunately for him, goes past the post. '51st minute on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Early in this half, Young Reds still feeling the intensity of Adelaide City. In fact, Adelaide City, you could probably say they've perhaps even dialed it up, and again, just being put in dangerous positions. Still 0-0 at Playford as they get closer to half-time. Noah Smith will take this corner. Adelaide City once again sending some height forward in the form of Abichu, but ends up being a headed clearance from United. Not out of danger though, although the flag on the near side will give Adelaide United a get out of jail free card. Nice ball, but looks like the wind possibly caught it. Ended up falling short of Batistella. Ball intercepted by Franchisi. And here's a chance on for Bruce Kamau. Dish it off to the middle, finds Noah Smith, who puts it in the back of the net. And 3-0 is the scoreline at Adelaide City Park. Noah Smith, 53rd minute. Well, with this scoreline, looks like Adelaide City have 1 foot in second spot on the ladder. Impressive work from Bruce Kamau to find his way. Initially looked like he may have caught the shot, but he was running out of, I guess, favourable angle to launch it and had great vision to pick out Noah Smith over his shoulder. Noah Smith just managed to get beyond his marker and get that touch to put it in the back of the net for the home side. And in terms of the live ladder, Adelaide City currently sitting in second spot with a win. 36 points will put them above Croydon. And unfortunately for Adelaide United, would mean that they would slip to fifth, still with games to play out this afternoon though, so we'll be eagerly watching those ones. As I said earlier, Jack Smith Park looks to be delayed an hour, so that hasn't had kickoff yet. Once that does get underway, FSA leagues will have all the action. But there's some action here in front of us though. A little bit of a shoving match involving Yared Abitu and Harry Crawford. Crawford being antagonised by the home fans at the moment. But Abitu seems to be the one getting a talking to from Christian Vidicchio. John Hall will be in no hurry to clear this, and when he does so, sends it along. Game management will possibly be in effect for Adelaide City at this point, 3-0 up. It's almost a very nice ball to find Laurie Latanzio. Cut off though, but here come the young Reds. Trying to mount a counter-attack. A little bit more back and forth between Crawford and Abitu. There's a matchup to watch for the remainder of this game. Second spot at the end of the RA8 NPL South Australia season does mean you get a bye round when it comes to finals time. So certainly something to play for. Amlani Tatu gets a ball off, finds Battistella at the back post, but he struggles to control and struggles to keep it in as well. It'll be an Adelaide City throw-in. Going back to that point, top 6 spots eligible for finals. Top 2 will be a bye. Metro Stars, they've already secured 1 spot, the top spot, with their game against Modbury in pretty crappy weather a couple of weeks ago. They managed to secure that title of 2025 Premiers, adding to their trophy cabinet, if you consider that a second trophy, of course, having already got the Federation Cup trophy. They're battling, of course, for the Australia Cup. That round of 16 game Monday night against MacArthur, that'll be a big one. They're urging all South Aussies to get behind their last remaining team in that competition. Laurie Latanzio stops the ball off his back and gets a little shove in the back after. Now we're seeing a little bit of the physicality and intensity coming from Adelaide United. Just last point on the point of Metro Stars. Of course, there's also the National Championships as well. That'll kick off in October, that they've secured a spot in. Adelaide City is probably the other South Australian side that would most love to be a part of it. Moving on from that though, Christian Vidicchio's waving his yellow card around. Yared Abitu was the second recipient. I'll try to rewind and see who got the first. Looks like he was pointing at Harry Crawford, so those two were involved with a little bit of back and forth earlier. Ultimately, they both receive a yellow card for their carry-on. So, looks like there was a bit of a clash between Crawford and another player. Then Habitu came over to give Crawford a bit of an earful. A little bit of chest bumping ensued, and Christian Vidicchio came with his yellow card at the ready. Looks like United will make a quick sub before this free kick happens, or at least that's their intention. Wearing the number 72, Mohammed Hassan will come on. And also is wearing the number 59, Cameron Harris.
Substitution for Adelaide United coming off 54, Bailey O'Neill. 45,
Alex Battistella, Bailey O'Neill to make way for the substitutions. Mohammed Hassan and Cameron Harris. Adelaide City doing a great job of maintaining that energy. Franchisi doing some hard chasing there. The half-time substitution for Adelaide City. Cameron Harris, one of the substitutions for the Young Reds, 19 years of age. Mohammed Hassan was the other substitution, just 18 years of age. Been in Adelaide United's youth system for some time. 61st minute on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Couple of goals since our last check-in at Playford. Daniel Ryan got the home side, Playford City, onto the score sheet in the 34th minute. But in the 41st, Modbury Jets' Hamish McCabe scored. Meanwhile, you can't look away for too long here because Adelaide City almost with another opportunity, just seen over the crossbar by Max Vartuli. I'll quickly finish off that thought. Modbury taking the 2-1 lead into half-time thanks to Hamish McCabe and Cameron O'Dowdy. So Modbury Jets still part of that relegation battle, but on the live ladder. They're currently just out of that bottom couple of spots. 19 points, but leading Para Hills on goal difference. Let's not focus on that too much, though, with this corner that'll be delivered by Noah Smith. Only found one of the heads in one of the players in red. Now, here's the counter opportunity for Adelaide United. Nice ball to find Crawford in the middle. Dispossessed, though, by Patrick Carachia, who looked like he wanted to have the last word on that as well. Now, Crawford seems a little bit worse for wear. He was picking himself up off the floor, and he's limping a little bit now. It's a little bit strange. I'm just rewatching that little interaction between Crawford and Carachia. Looked like Crawford slipped over, and then so did Carachia. I'm not sure if they actually collided, but it seemed like Carachia was possibly celebrating having made a successful tackle. Now, meanwhile, we look back to the field and Carachia's picking himself up off the floor. Just looking back, just before Carachia went to ground, it looks like it may have been some of the after effects of, I won't say that challenge, that strange little interaction on their defensive 18-yard box between him and Harry Crawford, and now Carachia has gone off. Nice ball. It looked nice initially from Adelaide City. Didn't manage to find the target in the middle. Adelaide City still on the attack though. Adelaide United have never really been able to put their stamp on this game. And the way they're going at the moment, it doesn't look like they'll be able to turn this tide of Adelaide City, who with a win tonight will make it 3 in a row. Here's Harry Crawford with a cross in. Saved thanks to some defending. Just waiting to see the number on the back of the shirt because I believe that may have been our substitution. It wasn't. It was Juan Gutierrez. Our substitution is closest to the camera now, wearing the number 4, Dayan Kafuta. Kafuta just 18 years of age. That's a nice ball to land in front of Laurie Latanzio. Bartuli ends off second best. And the scoreline, suddenly 4-0 to Adelaide City at home. Just twisting that knife into Adelaide United. To be perfectly honest with you, that ball looked opportunistic, but it landed favourably to Laurie Latanzio. He got the touch on it just before Bartuli was able to get to it. And I think it was Bartuli's deflection that put it skyward. Laurie Latanzio ended up taking a bit of a wild swing at it from outside the 18-yard box, but it ended up in the back of the net. So with that, 66th minute, Adelaide City go 4-0 up. Adelaide United just looking panicked in the wake of that. Here's a chance for United. That will not eventuate. Nicholas Bucco getting things started. The captain leading from the front with his 8th minute goal. Matthew Dorber in his return match scoring in the 38th. In the 53rd, it was Noah Smith and Laurie Latanzio, Adelaide City's top scorer, adding to his tally in the 66th. 11 on the board now for Adelaide City's top goal scorer so far this season. And a chance to add to it for the remainder of this game and, of course, next week in the final round of the REA National Premier League South Australia. Meanwhile, below us, looks like Adelaide United are readying a couple of substitutions. Here's another chance for Adelaide City, though. Loiero Latanzio doesn't seem content with one to his name this afternoon. There goes Christian Vidicchio's whistle, and here is the change. Jerome Scarfo, one of the players going on. And that number 63 jersey, this is interesting, belongs to Giorgio Parhas. Vas Parhas, of course, the coach of Adelaide City. I wouldn't expect him to get any special treatment, though. Another chance for Adelaide City here. Blazovic does some cleaning up. Nice ball from Kamau to find the target, but unfortunately offside in doing so. The 70th minute now on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Half time at Playford, where the visitors in Modbury Jets lead 2-1. Jack Smith Park, where West Torrens Pacala is hosting Adelaide Comets, which was apparently, I'm told, delayed in its start. I haven't got any score updates or any news from, so as soon as that comes to light, I'll let you know. And this is interesting because I've got that update for you right now. Due to an injury sustained by the assistant referee during warm-up, kickoff has been delayed for 1 hour more for a replacement assistant ref to arrive at the venue. That's in relation to West Torrens Pacala and Comets. So 4 o'clock was a scheduled kickoff, but it said it could be more than that. Of course, we'll keep you informed when there's an update. Meanwhile, this fight still on for Adelaide United. Adelaide City giving the young Reds a hard day at the office. Christian Vidicchio pouring some water on the complaints of Giorgio Parhas. Adelaide City not only looking in control of this game, but continuing to notch up chances. The young Reds still fighting, but not really able to create anything convincing. And Adelaide City just continuing to chase and just keep that pressure applied. John Hall claims that. Two first half goals for the home side, 2 so far in the second half. Maybe more to come. Last night, Adelaide City's women's team went down to Salisbury Inter in a 6-0 defeat. That had a bit of a goal fest in the second half. It'd be good for Adelaide City to have something to celebrate from 2 games played at home. Of course, the biggest headline probably out of the two games is the fact that the game last night put an end to Adelaide City women's season and also marked the end of this chapter in the Apex Steel WNPLSA, because they have been relegated and will play in the Women's State League next year. There are some murmurings that an expansion of the top tier may be happening, but nothing from official channels, and I'm told that absolutely won't be the case. And what's going on here? Tempers flaring. Luka Blazevic tried to get the final say to Nicholas Franchisi. Referee Vidicchio will give Blazevic a talking to. Franchisi doesn't get off scot-free either. Elvis Markov from the Adelaide United bench is doing his best to will on his young side. Tatu with a nice delivery into the middle, but well covered by City. Laurie Latanzio gestures for it. This time it's covered by Vartuli. Possibly not the best clearance though, only went as far as halfway. It was scooped up, and the young Reds still doing some mopping up. Tatu. He's had some real moments of magic this season, but today certainly isn't one of those days. 6 goals to his name so far this season. Despite Tatu's quality and the, I guess, hopes that some people have for him, he hasn't really been given the foundation today to work off of, with Adelaide United just continually forced to defend, and on the rare occasions where they do attack, they've just haven't been able to get any real momentum. As Adelaide City once again win it high and give themselves another opportunity. Kurukumana, Laurie Latanzio is again in the middle. Kurukumana with the footwork finds Brisant. He gets a shot off, ultimately dispossessed. You'll be able to see the under-18s in the background at the moment, warming up. A late kickoff for the 18s, and a little bit rare that they're playing after the seniors. Mochishami. It's another bit of a panic clearance for Reds, but fortunately they still end up with it until it's seen over the sideline. It'll be an Adelaide City throw-in. 78th minute now on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor solutions. Seems like we're just ticking down the clock at this point. 4 goals will be too much for Adelaide United to overcome, short of a miracle. Brissan. Manages to find Laurie Latanzio again, and it's been called for in the middle. Laurie Latanzio still with it, Brissan. Couple of red shirts in front of him and not able to capitalise. Substitution from Adelaide City. Wearing the number 46 shirt is Oliver Weston. And he'll come on in the 78th minute.
Substitution for Adelaide City coming off. Number 25, Lewis Laurie Latanzio, and number 7, Daniel Brissan. Being replaced by number 28, Luca Woodman, and 46, Oliver Weston.
Brissan and Laurie Latanzio making way for Weston and Ullman. Just shy of the 80-minute mark. Chance for Adelaide City here. They manage the cross, but just goes to the hands of Max Vartuli. Latest substitution called into action, being urged by his bench just to show some intensity and some energy. And now he's got the ball lining up the cross, but it's not a great one. However, Kurikumana has got on the edge of the 18-yard box. He had space, but sends it too wide and tall in the end. Nicola. Nazari forced to retreat all the way back to Max Vartuli, who came into this side, and he's had a pretty tough day at the office, you got to say, for the United keeper. Really impressive from Adelaide City how they've just have not let off the pedal. Those instructions from the Adelaide City bench are still coming to keep that intensity for City. And you see it again from Adelaide United as they come forward. They're just a little bit unsure of themselves, a little bit panicked. Evident of the fact that they've never been able to gain a foothold in this match. Well done by Adelaide City to win position there, and here's another chance to extend the lead. Franchise cops a bit of a push, and Adelaide City get a free kick for their troubles. Noah Smith and Vian Kurikumana But then Abichu and also Ullman have crowded around the ball, so who will take this? Well, Kurakumana has stepped off. An attempt from Ullman in the end, but falls just to the hands of Max Vartuli. Amlani Tatu, can he create some magic late? Opt for the other side. Some decent footwork to get into the 18-yard box, and United haven't given up on it yet, but Adelaide City win it, and for a second looked like a counter-attack was on, but the target up front, not found. I can tell you we're finally underway at Jack Smith Park, where West Torrens Bacala and Adelaide Comets has commenced. They're about 7 minutes in, and as of last score update, still 0-0 there. So if there's further updates before the end of this game, we'll get them to you. West Torrens Bacala I'll get you a live ladder update, because that's a little bit better than the ladder as of the start of this round. So, as of the live ladder, West Torrens Bacala currently sitting in 8th spot. So, a draw at this stage won't change their position, and Comets are just behind them. That top 6 is still within reach of both Bacala and Comets. So that 3 points today, absolutely essential for them. Playford City still within reach of the top 6 as well. In fact, they're in a slightly better position than Bacala and Comets, being just out of it. But on the topic of Playford, a bit of a hill to climb for them now, because they've just gone down 3-1 thanks to a Jordan O'Dowdy 56th minute goal. So Mowbray doing well at the moment. Of course, they're in the midst of a relegation battle against Para Hills, having Raiders, with their loss last night, secured their path to the HPG Home State League 1. On the live ladder, Mowbray and Para Hills are currently on equal points, but Para Hills do have the late kickoff against FK Beergrad, so that'll be a task for them tonight as well, away from home. Well, I'll be completely honest with you, at this point of the game, we're just waiting for that final whistle to happen. This game seeming to, for Adelaide United, going the same way that it started. They trail 4-0, and Adelaide City is still giving themselves some half opportunities. If there's going to be another goal, you feel it'll come from the home side, the way things are going. .88 minutes on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard in round 21 of the RAA National Premier League South Australia. In terms of standout performances so far today, Laurie Latunzia, I think, has been one of them for Adelaide City. Dorber was impressive, even though he did his damage in the first half, and Booker, of course, with that goal in the 22nd. Sorry, he came off at the 22-minute mark. Goal in the 8-minute mark. So I think if you talk in terms of impact throughout the whole of this game, I think Laurie Latanzio has been pretty impressive. Noah Smith has also been quite good as well, coming up at times to support up front. Meanwhile, one of the Adelaide City players receiving a little bit of treatment in the dying moments of this game, and it's Bruce Kamau wearing the number 11. Gets an applause as he exits, so you suspect that he'll be on the bench for the rest of this. No substitution ready for Adelaide City, though, just yet. Well, we're into additional time. I don't expect to see as much of it as we did in the first half. The urgency hasn't been great in the last 10 minutes or so, but that would have been a nice little bit of icing on the cake from a late one from Noah Smith to add to his earlier one in the 53rd minute. The third goal of this game coming from the number 5. Mohammed Hassan trying to give himself just a little bit of space to send a cross out, but ends up going out. And off the throw-in, Adelaide City have another opportunity. United do well to track back and get that. Kasimovic managing to weave through a couple of black and white shirts. Can United do something late from this? Corner won by Adelaide United. Hassan's right foot to deliver. Well, United still making the efforts to try to do something, but you do just get the sense that the confidence has taken a hit with this big margin, and their form hasn't been tremendous in the last few weeks. There was a draw last week, win before that, a loss before that, so just a little bit stop-start at times for Adelaide United. Last week, of course, it was a little bit of a dramatic one because it ended up being a draw against Playford. And that was due to a couple goals after 90 minutes. So Adelaide United went 3-1 up in the 88th, but in the 92nd and the 94th, Playford scored late. They don't mind scoring late, Playford, but then again, neither does Adelaide City. I recall the game at Playford where Playford managed to equalise, and Adelaide City managed to snatch back the win very, very late. So those late switches can be really, really heartbreaking, but this 4-0 scoreline favouring the home side, that won't be a factor tonight. Call for handball. Omlani Tatu taking the time to weigh up his options. And there goes the whistle. It's deflated. Adelaide United falling short at Adelaide City Park. So something to celebrate this weekend for Adelaide City. And with that, they currently sit at second spot on the REA National Premier League South Australia ladder. They'll no doubt be watching the game this afternoon between FK Beergrad and Para Hills. With a win, FK Beergrad will be able to snatch that spot back. But we do know that Adelaide City will climb the ladder this afternoon with a big victory, trying to make a statement late in this season as they charge towards finals time. Well, that's all from me here. It's been a pleasure keeping you company this afternoon. Simon Jimenez, and I'll catch you next time.